Hey guys, Sandy here, and I am scrapbooking using this sketch today from the Stuck Sketches blog, and I believe it is the October 1st sketch, so you can take a peek of it there. I'll also link them down below. And I have some photographs of Walt Disney World. This is from our girls trip. I have a 4x6 of the girls, and then I have three 3x4s just of, these are Disney pictures, and then this is just a picture of this. Now, this does call for 3 smaller photos, but I am going to put this larger photo down in the corner. And then, let's see what I've pulled out. So I've got some Gossamer Blue stuff, some Freckled Fawn stuff. I have some metal and some wood veneer. I have even some more Gossamer Blue stuff. My background paper is going to be this great star paper from the Maggie Holmes Carousel collection. I've used this pink paper elsewhere. And then I also just pulled out some scraps of papers that I had that I've put into a basket that I'm scrapbooking all the Disney pictures in. All right, let's see what I can do.
So I started off by matting the photos on that pink pattern paper, and then I tucked a piece of the gray paper and a piece of that blue paper underneath of it just to create the photo mat. Now I have this little piece of a border strip, and I went ahead and decided to use that as well. And I'm just getting some placement because I am using a photo that is larger than what it shows in the sketch. So I just wanted to make sure that the two parts were not going to be touching each other and that they could be separate. So I pulled off this washi tape from this Gossamer Blue kit, and I'm just using 2 little bits of it because, well, 1, the washi tape isn't long enough to go all the way down the page, and 2, I really like the washi tape and want to use it again. And I just need to straighten it up a little bit, and we make that happen. And that is some colorful paper on the back of that pink sheet. Okay, so I just get that to layer up there. And then I did not really put a lot of adhesive on those photos because I wasn't sure what was going to be tucked where. So I went ahead and stuck a little bit more down. So I'm just going to tuck the ever so slight edge of that glitter border piece down underneath of my photo mat. And then I had pulled out a couple things. So these tags that are laying on the layout and that bit of stripy paper is from my Secret Not Secret Kit Club kit for the month of September, and I decided to pull those out because the colors looked really nice. And I made tags out of that paper that I'm using, and that's a 6x6 paper pad sheet. And the wood grain on the top is actually the tear apart strip, but I felt like it looked great, so I was going to use it. Now I used my Crop-A-Dile to mark off where the hole should go in that tag that I made, and I think I need to like punch through some aluminum foil or something because the hole was not very crisp. So I'm just tucking these underneath the photos, so under the photos but over top of the paper. And then I pull it out because I decided to use my Wink of Stella on the little square just to give it a little bit of shimmer. So let's see if I decide to go with that same over top of the paper but under the photo look, because I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember. And I am deciding to do a little bit of a pop dot here just so that the tags aren't completely flat on each other. And I just had to move that pop dot for where the tag hole came up. Yep, and I do the same thing there, where it's over top of the pink paper but underneath of the photos. And my title is going to be Play It Cool, And that is a nod to the fact that I am riding this Magic Carpets of Aladdin ride, and I'm not, like, it's not my favorite. It's not horrible, but it's not my favorite. And the girls were super excited that we had decided to ride it together on this trip. So I'm just using some twine, and this is some twine that I got from Lawn Fawn, and it's a gray and a creamy white. And I just am arranging it a little bit because I want the tag strings to actually go down. And I'm going to do the same thing for this tag here. And then I'm going to use my Scotch dot adhesive to go on the back of the word play. Now I did this because the play word felt a little bit delicate, and I didn't want to use my ATG, and I end up breaking it anyway. I'm not exactly sure when I break it. I don't think it's at this moment, but that little P, that little hanging off part of the P, not the descender, but the little swooshy thing, I break that and have to glue that down. And that cool metal word is from Joann Fabrics, and it is old, like old. And I've got a couple of these words in my stash, so trying to use them up a little bit. So I grabbed these little teeny black and white tile letter stickers, and I just have to move the word cool a little bit so that the word it will fit in between play and cool. Alright, and I'm happy with that. So now it's time to mess around a little bit with the larger photo of the girls. And I know that I'm putting something like around, but I'm not exactly sure what. And then I see the silver edged clouds and stars and moons. The moons don't make it on, but the clouds and stars do. And I'm like, oh, this is cute. I like this. And those obviously came from Freckled Fawn. The packaging is right there, so I can remember where it came from. And then I realized there was a little bit of photo that still needed some adhesive because, like I said, I hadn't really put that down like hard with adhesive. Messing with those little twiny bits. And then I decide that I'm going to do the 2-tag thing here again. And this time I decide that I'm going to use like twiny bits and also a bow. And still putting more adhesive down. I think that might be where I broke the P. Maybe. I don't know. I don't notice until later. And I know that I really want to use this gray awesome word, and I like it right there. And I also know that I want to use this very old Making Memories eyelet thing that says my sister, my friend. But I did not like those two together, and I really wanted my sister, my friend to be right there. So awesome still makes it on the page. It just doesn't make it down on the left side. It ends up going up closer to the top right. So I'm just sprinkling around some more of those Freckled Fawn embellishments and just giving it a little bit of pizzazz. I really like the metallic aspect of it. I really like the silver. I'm looking for something around here, but I don't know what I'm even looking for. Oh, I'm looking for something to build a little cluster right there. And I actually go into my chipboard basket and find a couple frames. I wasn't sure if I was going to use that black and white one or this oval one. I decided to go with the oval one because I had 2 bits of wood grain where the tags are, and it was just like those 2 places. So I decided to bring that color over to this side as well. And I backed it with that pink paper that I matted the photos on, and now it's just a matter of figuring out what exactly is going to go over there. And I actually really liked that heart. I decided that's a good place for that guy, so he's going down, but I try one more spot just in case. Now, I really liked that this heart here, and I even like put some adhesive on him and make him go down. And I'm figuring out like what's going to go there, visually, like well the girl's names fits there. And they fit in that circle just fine. They just don't fit there exactly with that heart. So, unfortunately, the heart is not going to make the cut here. But now I'm just trying to figure out where I can bring in those silver tipped enamel embellishments over on this side as well, because I'm obviously creating a third place of embellishment. And I'm just kind of trying them out all over the place to figure out which one goes where. It's like, where is this going to go? And that was a little moon. I was going to try to like peek out over the top of the tag like a circle, but it didn't go. So I put the girls' names on there, and then I also, instead of that heart, do a star, because it's easier for the star to fit there and work there than it is for that heart. And I solved two problems. I brought that silver-tipped embellishments over there, and I also covered something fun up. Like there was a little bit of extra layering there. And here is where I pull out the Crocodile, and I'm going to use it to set that eyelet thing from Making Memories. And I'm just, there's some like paper stuck in there, so I'm just popping that out with yet another Making Memories thing, that piercer there. And I had pressed down with my little eyelet thing onto the picture, so it had made an impression exactly where I want it to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and squeeze that up with my Crocodile and get it so that it's tight down and not kind of going all over the place. And this is where I broke the P, or I noticed the P was broken, and I fix it. Alright guys, thanks for listening to me ramble this time. Hope you enjoyed the layout, and hope I'll catch you again later.